Good morning, my JOMBOY Media peeps. This is usually the time of day where I'm scrambling and waiting for about 30 seconds and need Trevor Plouffe to join me and then make fun of me somehow. But now I can do that in person for the first time ever because we are at the All-Star Game in Denver, Colorado. We're in one of our great Airbnbs this week. It's good to see you in person. I almost feel like this is a news desk or something.
It's very nice to see you. This looks very official.
It does.
And even though I can't make fun of you through the screen, we can make fun of you to your face now.
I know, this is even better.
It's like a dream come true.
I know. Usually you're a little hesitant. You're like, oh gosh, you're 10 miles away. We're in a split screen. Is that a little shout out to Cole Tucker?
Cole Tucker, I love you. Sorry, Vanessa. I think I love him more than you do. I don't know.
Are you breaking news here? Maybe. Speaking of what we're wearing, I want a big old shout out to FOCO. All right, so you still have half a season to go get all your baseball gear. So you got some sweet T-shirts, they got tank tops, they got the straw hat that the Philadelphia Phillies wear every time somebody hits a big-time homer. See, look at this. Did you bring your straw hat or not?
I do. I have it.
So you're going to bust it out on one of these IG Live shows?
I might.
Okay.
It's an A's one.
See, I love this one. The T-shirt. If you're a Philly fan out there, what's it say? I can't read it up when I'm up.
The Fandemic Crew.
Okay.
That's a play on the COVID pandemic.
Yes. So it's very simple. Go to foco.com/JOMBOY and you check out all their MLB gear. We got a ton of great stuff. And for your first order out there, you go to foco.com/JOMBOY. Use the code word JOMBOY15. You're going to get 15% off your first order. What is that? It's JOMBOY15. 15% off your first order. All right, let's get it going. Let's start with the big news of the day. We got the Home Run Derby back for the first time since 2019. Shohei Ohtani, of course, the headliner there. For you, what's going to make you stand up and say, I cannot believe I saw that tonight? What's the next best thing?
I think there's two things I'm looking for. I love the first round matchup, Ohtani versus Soto. I think Soto's like maybe my favorite hitter in the game right now.
Yes.
So if he just pulls the upset and just like goes gangbusters first round, I think that'll be really cool. But what I'm really hoping happens tonight, Chris, is I hope the hometown kid gives one last hurrah to the fans and wins the whole derby. I hope Trevor Story goes off.
Wow.
And goes nuts tonight.
Holy smokes.
What do you got?
No, I like it. It hasn't happened that often. I remember Todd Frazier won it in Cincinnati. What year was that?
That was really cool.
2015 or something. Yeah, I mean, he played it up. That was big. I agree with you. You know, Story's living on borrowed time out here in Colorado. He will not finish the season as a Colorado Rocky. For me, outside of Ohtani, and by the way, can we do whatever we have to, MLB? If he has to, I don't want to say cheat his way, but, you know, maybe load up his baseballs or deaden the other guys to make sure he gets to the finals. Like, this is a TV competition, all right? I mean, I get it. They're playing for $1 million. I want to see Shohei Ohtani swing it for 3 rounds. So please make sure he gets in there. For me, it's probably 2 other stories. I want to see if Joey Gallo can hit one out of the stadium because I believe in him.
I believe in Joey.
Okay.
I believe in you.
We can put Trey Mancini in his own category. One of the many reasons he's doing this is he says, I want to be an inspiration to people that are fighting cancer right now. Like, I want to tell you that it's not only going to be okay, but you're going to get back to doing what you love. And I mean, when I heard that out of his mouth, I was like, okay, easy to root for. Just an easy dude to root for. But for me, people are sleeping on Pete Alonso. He lives for something like this, dude. They are. I'm just telling you that the polar bear loves moments like this. He loves the camera. People are talking about Ohtani. They're going to talk about the mammoth blasts of Joey Gallo. They're talking about Trevor Story. Let's remember the guy who won the crown in Cleveland 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're right about that. I mean, look, Pete Alonso's no, like, dark horse or anything. Like, he's a guy that's...
No, it's just...
Yeah.
It's a 4th or 5th mentioned story in the Home Run Derby. And with all that being said, Matt Olson's probably going to end up winning.
Joey Gallo.
All right, so let's move on. Crazy series this weekend between the Yankees and the Astros. A lot of drama, a lot of this, a lot of barking. What was the lasting image for you? Was it Saturday night where Garrett Cole barked his manager, Aaron Boone, back to the dugout, basically telling him to get the hell out of here, it's my game? Or Jose Altuve wrapping up a 6-run ninth with the walk-off 3-run Jimmy Jack?
I mean, we're like surrounded by Yankee fans.
Yes, we are.
Now, but it's Jose Altuve walking him off. And the whole thing, you're a Hollywood guy, Chris. Like,
not
through and through Hollywood.
I'm definitely not.
Right
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I live in Los Angeles.
I've never met anyone more Hollywood than
this guy grew up in L.A. I mean, he was wearing shades to the party last night. That's all I can say. And I still have my dog tag from that Players Association.
Now he's like, Jimmy, interrupt me. Listen, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. You're so Hollywood. This whole series was scripted. My goodness. Cole goes there, shoves it where the sun don't shine. 9 innings pitched, shutty, 3 hits, 12 Ks. Barking at Aaron Boone there. I'm glad he left him in. That was pretty cool to see him strike out Yordan to end the game. But Jose and like them ripping the jersey off and then the Yankees doing that. Like the whole thing was back and forth. I mean, right now it's a better rivalry than against the Red Sox. I guess they haven't played each other enough. But when I watch Astros, Yankees, I'm very excited to watch it. I think that's the biggest storyline is like we're creating these awesome rivalries right now. I would love to see them match up in the playoffs.
I'm with you 1,000%.
But Altuve?
Yeah, no, Altuve doing his thing was great because of the whole narrative that took place throughout the weekend, right?
Yes.
You had Judge doing this and saying that he was a little cold, and then you had Martin Maldonado after his home run, pulling this back. And then you had when LaCastro hit his homer, they're putting the jacket on him to keep him warm. That was all great. The Garrett Cole thing, we've seen it before. We don't see it that often, but like John Lackey used to do it about 5 times a year where he was basically saying, get the fuck off my mound.
You just yell in the middle of a game.
Right.
Yeah.
So with Garrett Cole, I think it was great for him, particularly based on how he's performed the last 4 or 5 starts to kind of wrap it up before the break and throw almost 130 pitches and shove like that. But I thought the bigger story was definitely Jose Altuve and what they did. Unfortunately, we go from that to the terrible news out of Atlanta's camp, and Ronald Acuña is done for the next 9 to 10 months. He's going to have surgery on his torn ACL that happened in Miami over the weekend. Now, if you look at the standings, the Braves are only 4 back of the Mets in the NL East, but is their season over without their superstar?
I mean, I don't want to just totally trash the rest of their season, but yeah, I mean, they're not going to do anything worthwhile without Ronnie. Like, Ronnie is a keystone corner player guy for them. Did I say that right? Keystone corner? I don't know what that means.
Corner.
Key cornerstone? That's what I was going for.
Yeah, go with cornerstone. That's great.
I mean, they've already suffered a lot of other losses around their team as well. Remember, Yanoa still isn't back because he decided to punch a chair. That's what started all this off, by the way. So they aren't going to win anything significant. It sucks because I did pick them to win the World Series. But yeah, they're 4 games back. They're 1 game under 500 now. And without that guy, what are you going to do? The whole team would have to just do something really special, and I just don't see it. So, is this the time that Christian Pache gets back up and does his thing now? Right? Great.
I mean, he
silver lining.
He burst onto the scene last year, played well. We know that he's a defensive stud. The question is, can he handle the stick in the lineup? He certainly isn't going to come close to producing what Ronald Acuña does. Ronald Acuña is one of the top 5 players in this sport, I do believe. So, yeah, I would say minus a major trade, I think the Braves aren't going to win that division. Although I also don't think the Mets or anybody else will run away with it. So I think they could stay in contention, oddly enough, without him. Now,
I'm starting to think the Mets are going to run away with the division.
Really?
It's taken me a long time.
Well, Lindor started to turn the corner.
That's a big part of it right there.
You said that's like the biggest trade piece you could get is the real Francisco Lindor. I feel terribly for Acuña. I love watching him play. You saw the outpouring of emotion. Jazz Chisholm wearing the yellow batting gloves in honor of Acuña the other day. It makes you sick, really, that he's not going to be around. But
Sending good vibes.
Yes, Braves fans, hang in there. Hang with them, as we like to say in baseball. You ended up losing to the Miami Marlins on Sunday, in part because Pablo Lopez was on fire. Set a major league record by striking out the first 9 batters of the game. Scale of 1 to 10, how much does that factor make you go crazy?
It's pretty high up there. I mean, that's like high school stuff right there. Mm-hmm. Like striking out 9
Did you ever do that?
in a big league game. Probably not. Like even in high school, that's tough to do.
I'm going to say definitely not because you know everything you did in high school. And if you had done it, you'd be like, did it, bro.
I might have done it. A lot of accolades in high school. But listen, Pablo was nasty. The fish with arms. Lots of changed pieces. We went back and watched the highlights together. The guy was pulling the string and making righties and lefties look foolish. What's up, Bailey? On his changeup. Brought his ERA down to a 3.03. He's about to be in the 2s. And they can pitch.
Yeah, so I would say it was probably about an 8 for me. Like, I was rooting for it. We did see earlier this year where Aaron Nola tied Tom Seaver's modern-day record by striking out 10 straight at one point during the game, but it wasn't, 10 straight to start the game. That was really cool. And also, I felt good for him because he was the guy who got thrown out after throwing one pitch and hitting Ronald Acuña a couple starts ago. And I don't think he did it intentionally. He got kind of caught in the wash of that whole story, but I enjoyed it. So I'd say about an 8.
It was. I would give it higher, probably like an 8.5, 9.
8.5.
It was. The change-ups were nasty, and then the last batter was Ion Anderson, our guy. He just laid a fast. Was like,
Did you call him Ion?
Yeah, but that's his name. What's his name?
It's not Ian?
No, it's Ion. Everybody here knows it's Ion Anderson, okay?
I'm not caught on the inside joke. I'll have to get caught up on that. All right, finally tonight, we are all going to the Derby as Team JOMBOY Media. If you're out there in Denver, say hi. We're going to be out in left center field or somewhere out there trying to catch baseballs. So we've got a major competition. The teams are split. You got Jimmy's squad on one side and Jake's team on the other. You're on Jimmy's team, right?
I'm on Jimmy's team.
And I'm on Jake's team.
Yes.
So which of I think there's 10 of us that are competing in this thing. Who are you most worried about will kind of go crazy and do whatever they have to scratch and claw their way to catching a home run derby baseball?
When you say scratch and claw, I start to think of a rat, like a New York City rat. And the person that most exemplifies that is Jake.
It's true.
So scratching and clawing, I think will probably come from Jake. Someone that might move around and be like a big presence, that'd be Peter Moylan.
Yeah.
He's just loud.
He's on my team, by the way.
He's in the background. You could probably hear him right now. He doesn't shut up ever. So he's going to be yelling and flexing and doing all that. But Jake's more of the scratchy clawy guy, in my opinion.
Are you worried at all about Ashlyn's on our team too?
I'm not worried about Ashlyn because I met her yesterday and she's this big.
But those are the ones. So is Jake.
Yeah, he's got the calves.
He does have.
Got the calves.
He's got Mike Avila's calves, which are very impressive.
Yeah.
So we're excited. Here, Moylan, get in here. Pop in here.
Here's the guy that won't be quiet.
Now, get down here so they can see you.
I don't know what's wrong, but I'm very quiet.
Okay. So are you going to catch a ball at the home run derby tonight?
100%.
Yay or nay?
100%.
100%?
100%.
Are you bringing a mitt?
Yeah.
Are you bringing a mitt?
I bought 3.
Okay. I've got far and away, even though these guys are big leaguers and they brought their show mitts, my mitt tells the best story, and I'll explain why. So we will see you later today. I think we might be doing a JOMBOY Media Instagram Live, maybe in the van on the way down today. That could be a good time. What do you have? What do you have going on JOMBOY today?
We're gonna film a Talking Baseball here.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
you better get going. Moylan, what do you have going? Eh?
I'm just riding this ride.
Okay, he's just riding the ride. Sounds perfect. You know what? Let me give you a little tour of what we're doing here. This is our house. So come on, let's go for a ride.
Bye.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Can I get a kiss?
Go ahead. You've got one on Cole Tucker's cheek, right?
Kidding.
That's great. This is editor extraordinaire Robbie Scirocco. You know him from the Rose Rotation. Everybody's eating. I don't say hi to everybody on JOMBOY Media, guys. Hey. Oh, Joe, there you go. All right, there's Dan. Yeah. He's got the freshest mullet. And then we'll take you through the rest of the house real quick. Oh, yes. Special JOMBOY Media Instagram Live. Look who it is. The superstar. You want to show off the back of your jersey, BBD?
Oh, yeah.
Let's show it. Let's show it. Yeah, the infield.
Go infield.
All right, so you guys are getting going here in a couple minutes for talking baseball, right?
Allegedly, I guess they have to get into this room. But...
Okay. Now, I would show you Jimmy and Jake, but they're getting their hair and makeup done. So, we don't want to bother the bosses right now. But listen, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to be bringing you great content. We're going to be shooting our Blitzball game later today. You got Talking Baseball. We got all of our shows here this week, too. So make sure you tune in. Don't miss a thing with us on all of our YouTube channels. We'll be putting stuff out on Instagram, on Twitter, wherever you consume all of your JOMBOY content. So we really, really appreciate it. And once again, don't forget about FOCO. Is it breakfast time?
This is breakfast.
Oh, my gosh. Look at that. Is that your third plate?
Third plate.
Joes, what do we got?
Food.
He's a man of few words when he's trying to stuff his pie hole. So, once again, foco.com/JOMBOY. Use the code word JOMBOY you're going to get 15% off your first order. We will see you again tomorrow live on our Instagram feed. And don't forget to check out all our social media channels. All right? Peace, everybody.